Hello, and welcome to the epilepsy warning that would not end.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Okay, so that's the intro movie. I thought I'd go ahead and get that on our first run in. And this is Biomutant. From the intro that you saw, this looks like an interesting, post-apocalyptic, mutant animals kind of a game. Now, that narrator that you heard talking there narrates a lot in this game, including all dialogue. We'll get to that in a minute. But he talks a lot in this game, and there's a certain tone to what he says that really doesn't feel much like he's talking to an adult audience. Hell, it doesn't even feel like he's talking to a teenage audience a lot of the time. There's just a lot of notes in here that make this game feel very, very young. But then there's also, guns and melee combat with swords and boards and all sorts of stuff that does feel more adult. It's a very strange toned game. However, if you're looking for something that you can play that's kind of family friendly, I haven't seen anything unfriendly particularly about this. While there is violence, it's not blood and guts violence. It's fairly minor. It's guys are fighting and getting knocked down, but there's no splatters or anything like that. I wouldn't say that it's super tame, and it's certainly not something you're going to want your kids to be playing around with if you're worried about them taking violent ideas from a video game. But if you let your kids watch TV and if you let your kids watch TV, probably safe letting them watch or play this game. Here we go.
Welcome to Biomutant.
So we'll start a brand new game. And you can see, I haven't played a lot of this. I just played around enough to, this isn't terrible. I don't hate this game. It's playable so far. I have no idea how hard this game gets, so I'm going to wuss out and just run on easy. Plus, I shit at most video games, so... And there's the family unfriendly part. Not talking. Ever.
Encode your DNA.
Okay, so we're doing character setup now. And these are various breeds of Biomutant that you can see they've got different strengths and weaknesses. And one of the things that's hard to like, they all say 28 on the vitality speed again, so it's hard to tell what the heck that even means. But you know, you've got like health and armor, but you've got these values that are only bars that don't tell you that much. So, you know, a primal has less melee damage, health, and armor than a Dum-Don. Okay, well, let me go ahead and read these off to you. The primal is a nimble, developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation making them nimble and dexterous at the cost of a lesser developed intellect. Burp! Quite honestly, most of these guys have a lesser developed intellect. But that's not really intended to mean they're dumb. It's related to these key powers. So that's what intellect is talking about. It's not actually where you get a lot of real world, intelligence is, you're not intelligent. That's not what this is talking about. This is talking about how powered your key energy is going to be. So then we have the Dum-Don. Dum-Don is the least developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid offshoot that compensate for the lack of mental prowess with physical strength. So they've got a little bit more key energy. They've got a good amount more melee damage and health. Smidgen of armor. They're a little slower. They regen energy slower. Rex is an extraordinarily developed anthropomorphic breed. A hybrid outcast with an even DNA string, making it apt for both physical and mental challenges. What a shock, it's the middle ground character. It's good at nothing, it's not bad at anything, it's right in that middle ground. Hyla is a regenerative, developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid gene mutation making them extremely tough and resilient. This was the one I had chosen on my initial play. Fip is the breed renowned for a highly developed mind. Its genius is directly linked to the power of ki, which amplifies their psionic output. And of course you can see, they've got less health, less armor, less melee, slower, but they have a lot more ki energy, they regen it faster, and they've got good power. And then the Murgle. Murgle is the definition of an idealized breed. Its extraordinary lineage has gone in a direction its evolutionary lineage has gone in a direction where form and appearance has dominated over function. Interesting. So he's got less ki energy, less move speed. And I don't know about... Yeah, so down here, we have charisma and luck. And well, we actually have numbers for those instead of bars, because... Well, like I said, there's some weird design choices here. So I think, let's see. Actually, I think I'm going to go with the Primal this time. I want to try and play a character who's not as melee focused as my last character I was trying out. I want to see how that goes. So we will be a Primal. And they want me to define my character's starting attributes. To see more detailed explanation of what each attribute has, press I. And press the spacebar.
Define your genetic structure.
So let's define our genetic structure. And we can randomize this, where it just arbitrarily picks something. But we can actually drag this guy around, and as you can see, what you do here changes your appearance in ways, which is kind of cool. So if you're interested in your character's appearance, you can play around with the slider and see what you come up with. Or if you're, say, a min-max person, you can go, oh yes, well, I was hoping for agility, so I'll just dead center it right on there, and that's it. Or how about some agility bordering towards intellect? Or maybe I just want to be evened out. So, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. There's some kind of annoying stuff here. But I'm going to, well, let's see. I'd really love to go agility and charisma, or agility and vitality. Unfortunately, there we go, a nice 100 agility. What does that get me? And unfortunately, it just tells you that's move speed, and that's it. No, I don't know how that affects guns, or does it affect any of that? And that's kind of a question that's a problem. Now, the thing is, this is just your starting point, and as you level up, you can put points into these other stats as well, and it will affect things. So this is just your starting point. So, for example, if I went, well, you know, I'm just starting out, let me have a bunch of vitality. Or, you know, like I said, you can just go off of how you want your character to look and feel, you know. You want to have a nice big head, nice small head. You know, you've got a lot of morphability here. Should I throw a bunch into key power and try to get my mental abilities to work better? Should I kind of center it on there a little bit? Take some good agility, take some good key. After all, if I'm going to do guns, I need to be able to run away, so I do want some decent agility on there. But maybe I should throw some into combat too, so that I can learn the strength, so that if I have to fight, I can fight. And this is a good question, and I think I'm gonna err on the side of intellect. I want to pump my intellect up a little bit and pop my agility up some, and I think I'm going to go with that. And oh yes, I can also rotate my guy around if I want to take a better look at him. Okay, so we'll confirm that.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Alright, so again, we've got our little slider wheel but we don't see any real differences. We can see on the hand here, it's going to be colored based off of what we're doing as a resistance. And again, if we center it dead center, we'll have some resistance to a little bit of everything. I want to err on the side of the biohazard here. And put down a little bit. That at 5. Yeah, we'll take that. So we'll get 5s and an 11 on our biohazard. That'll work.
Choose your first style.
And so again, zoom around and see what we can come up with for how we want our fur to look, what kind of patterns and stuff. And I do kind of wish they were doing this largely. You look at like your head, because you don't see a lot of the rest of your body. So, you know, but hey, we get what we get. Right. I kind of like that. It's got a little foxy look to it. All right.
Pick your main color.
And I kind of like that color. We can play with the... oh, right, I forgot. We can play with the slider and lighten and darken myself. We'll stick it right there. I like that.
Choose your detail color.
And oh, I see. I think I'll stick that with white then, because I like the little white foxy look there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take that.
Pick a class.
Okay, so classes determine what you can do better as a starting character. So,
Deadeye.
Your Deadeye is a tricky, skillful rogue who's chosen a life outside law and society values. Or you can go Commando. Budding ding. The Commando is trained as an operative of an elite special operations force. Commandos are used to working in smaller teams. Okay, so, and I forgot to read off. Deadeye, their special thing is they've got a perfect reload. Your ranged weapons are reloaded instantly, and your next magazine is granted 20% damage.
Commando.
So the Commando special one is Fury, or is that Furry? I think it's 2 R's for Furry. Ranged weapon attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target. So that's not a bad ranged weapon thing. And, you know, it looks like I get a heavy machine gun or something. Sweet.
Psyfreak.
And of course, this is going to be the heavy psionics character, if you want to go that direction. So you get Spark Ball. To shoot a Spark Ball, press down the input you have bound the ability to, and it will make you throw a ball in the direction you are facing, inflicting damage to the enemy you hit. And you get Megamind. Your key energy region is increased by 20%. So the Spark Ball thing is about, that's your starting weapon. Megamind is your special bonus for being the Psyfreak character.
Saboteur.
So, as the Saboteur is a... Actually, did I read Psyfreak?
Psyfreak.
Psyfreaks are experimenting with psionic powers and mutations. They are outcasts on the fringe of society. And then Saboteur. Saboteur is a cunning, skilled explorer trained to operate covertly in both suburbs and wilderness. His special powers are Twin Silver Grip, melee dual wield skill. Equip 2 different one-handed melee weapons and dual wield them. Hypergenic is his. So his special weapon he gets is 2 weapons. Now they're not going to be probably as high damage as a big, sword like I'm carrying around on the Deadeye. But this guy probably doesn't have a ranged attack. He probably can really wham in there with his dual blades. And his hypergenetic, your dodge energy cost is reduced by 20%.
Sentinel.
And finally, the Sentinel. Sentinels dedicate themselves to protect a house. Their dedication is for the organization as a whole, including supreme belief in their dogma. And their special is toughness. Your base armor is increased by 10%. And this was the one that I went with on my first playthrough. I went as a Sentinel, and they have that big, heavy club. It's a 2-handed club. They also do get a ranged attack weapon. So let's
Saboteur. Deadeye. Commando.
I think I want to go El Commando.
Commando chosen.
And then we can look at our character some more. And then, we can just get started. So let's confirm.
Sounds good.
So, this is just telling me how to move around.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Alright, so I've actually turned off the narrator for a lot of stuff because he gets really annoying. So, we're already at the crossroads, choosing a path in life. It's that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. Okay. But for you, hey there, Tabby. It is not only a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything. And your choices here are, I am dark, as in strength and power, or color me light for freedom and loyalty. And this... Okay, why not? What happened? So this game works off kind of a yin-yang system for the light and dark thing. So it's not, I'm evil or I'm good, but one or the other will kind of shape how your character behaves and things that happen. I haven't seen enough of it to see what may go down there, but there you go. I'm going to go with Color Me Light for freedom and loyalty. Oh, the going commando thing, yeah.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
And, yeah. Like I said earlier, this game has a lot of notes to younger audiences. And this is one of those big notes. The light voice,
Seems more like you're being lightheaded if you ask me, but you'll come around, eventually.
And the dark voice. And yeah, like I said, a little odd on the note.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress. And as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
So, yeah. So there's that.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Damn. Damn.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
So, of course, that was the tutorial
It was
area.
best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
The predator isn't the only threat. Okay, well, I'm going to have to possibly turn the guy back on. Move towards the enemy to target them with melee attacks. No shit. Aim the camera towards the enemy to target them with ranged attacks. No shit. To reload your ranged weapon, press R. Key energy is used for dodging, using mutations, performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you'll be unable to perform these actions. Your key energy regenerates both in and out of combat. So the reason I run around a lot is I'm looking for pickups. Just, you know, junk I can steal. You know, the usual. Shoot and loot. Alright, so we found an electric module. Weapon add-on. You found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have resistance or weakness to different special weapon effects, so use them wisely. So I'll just pick that up and throw it in my bag. To attach the weapon add-on, hit 1 to go to your... to do it through consumable items menu. Okay. So we can do that and set ourselves up. Okay. Sure. What is 2? What kind of ammo am I using? So I've got 2 ammo types already. I can do the 35 clip ammo that does 46 to 62, or I can switch over and use a 16 round clip that does 85 to 118. I think I'll switch over to that one for now. Oh, okay. I have 2 different guns. That's what it is. Okay. Alright. Well, I like my fucking machine gun, thank you. Medic supply. Found a medic supply. Bags like this contain items that can heal you. Your health doesn't automatically regenerate in combat. You have to use consumables or find other ways to heal. You found a health patch, also known as gauze. Quick select menu. You can use the bandage by holding the quick select menu input 1 and selecting it. So again, here's our quick select. That was my health patch. And they'll put more stuff on the quick select menu as we pick it up. And I'm not sure if you can customize how that works or not. I'm not going up there yet. I don't know what the hell's in here. Anything good? Anything good? Let me see. Oh, wait. Maybe there's something good to drink. No. Nails. And there's a weapon add-on, and you can stick that onto like a weapon to give it some more damage. Or a different damage hub. I think that's probably going to be piercing. Well, there is plenty of combat in this game too. But, yeah. So, this is a small health pack. My health regen gets 100 for a duration of 5 seconds, I suppose. Well, that's where I usually get my health packs from. Toilets. I mean, shit. Oh, wait. Well, this place isn't exactly a dump. Nice.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Crap. Take that! Oh yeah. Fallen enemies can be looted for healing items! Find a highlighted fallen enemy and press E! Remember to use your healing items when you're wounded. To open... yes, thank you. Remember to do the exact same thing we just told you 3 seconds ago. Unfortunately, I can't pick up their weapons, which is kind of a jip. So here's a flower, I guess. Health regen is 150. Duration's only 2 seconds, though. Alright, pick that up. Oh, sorry, got some damage on me. Oh, fuck. You know, for being able to dodge, I really can't dodge. Like, I can't tell what the smeg, the dodge thing is. Ow. Oh, fuck. Getting my ass beat on that one. Small. Energy pack small. Tongue tickly. Okay. got my ass whipped on that one pretty hard. Because the last time I played a guy that had a lot of just health and armor to suck things like that up with. I'm gonna have to get better at aiming my guns. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Oh, fucking good. Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass beat here. Damn it! Level 2! Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You'll also get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills in the Wung Fu and Perks menus. To go to the menu, press Tab. Increasing attributes. Pick one and put 10 points on it. You already said that. So, you can see if I'm finding something not to be working out great for me, I can work on other stuff. Like, say, I want more health and vitality. I'm getting my ass handed to me. Alright. So, you'll earn upgrade points when leveling up. These can be used to acquire new special attacks and perks. Time to unlock your first special attack. Dun 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 dun! So, either close combat or ranged. Well, we can guess where I'm going. Dual wielding guns. Oh, that would be fun. Gimme! So, you can use any type of ranged weapon, but you need to learn and unlock special attacks for a weapon in order to be able to use it to activate Super Wung Fu State! I have no idea what that is. It does some stuff, y'all. Let's see. That's an automatic rifle attack. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Yeah, I need to figure out if I can remap the Alt key to something else, because like my keyboard setup, I have like all these keys right here for driving and using all my stuff, and then like half a hand width away is the Alt key on the keyboard, which is annoying. I really need to figure out if I can remap that. Sure, let's pick that up. Yes. Thank you. And yes, okay. So we are, I think, done. Oh no, we have one food to look at. All right, you have one more upgrade points. Once you have more upgrade points, remember to spend them on perks and special attacks in the Wing Fu and perk menus. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Wing Fu gives us stuff like in ranged combat, dual wield guns. Oh no, I can't dual wield guns. I need 2 guns first of all. But we can go to like automatic rifles. Oh yeah, actually that was on the Wing Fu menu, I guess. I just didn't know it. Alright. So then yeah. I like that some of these are like, oh yes, you know, melee, then use your... Anyway, sorry. I just find some of these a little weird. Apparently I get those all for free. I just need 2 guns for it. Okay, anyway, blah, blah, blah. Here's the gear menu. In this section, you can change equipment and weapons, which we're not going to see much of for a little bit here. The circle icons represent the part of your body that can be geared up with equipment found or bought from vendors. Your favorites can be saved in the outfits menu. And so, you know, like we've got my headband here. Sorry, it's like so much tutorial. Anyway, so yeah, if I had different headbands, they'd all appear here, and I could look at what they do and pick the ones I wanted to equip, etc. But, of course, I don't have anything, so... Nope, can't do anything with it. Alright. Alright. Back to running around, and I hate looting people! Energy pack medium! I see. Energy regen 25, duration is 20. Eat some pills, I see. Tickling toffee. Health regen at 275, duration is 2 seconds. Okay. Let me in.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
The Old World Claw Bar. Take that!
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Ow.
It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multitude that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Bioblobs! You absorbed a bioblob. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect bioblobs by defeating Morks and finding containers in various parts of the world. Special powers! You can use your bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing the mutations part of the menu. Oh yeah. Bioblob. Is there anything else to see around here? I guess not.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Now you might be wondering, how come I have retarded names for a lot of stuff, but then I know what Toxanol is, and that they built starships, and they traveled to the stars, and yeah, there's a little bit of disparity between some of this stuff. It's a little bit embarrassing. I mean, I get they're trying to do some world building, but at the same time, you know, hey. Puzzles. You found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. No kidding. Some open new paths, while others feature different rewards. And yet others are boring as fuck. Oh, sorry. I guess I should try and keep it family friendly. It's such a family friendly game. Although, who would let their kids watch my stream, right? Navigation. To switch the node, to switch which node is in use W and S. To rotate the node, use Q and E. The number of rotations you have left. Oh, this is the number of rotations you have left. That's not clear what you're talking about there. The higher your intellect, the more moves you have. Oh, that's definitely true, because I had a lot less, I think, on my other character. Each node has a certain position it must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves before that may have consequences. There you go. Me and my not safe for work. Right. Woo!
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
And again, I get that this is a little bit of world building stuff, but at the same time, the disparity between that and the other stuff is a little weird, because when the narrator is fully turned on, actually, you know what? Let's go look at a couple of things. First of all, is key mapping. Alt. Right, okay. That's why I can never dodge. What does Q map to? Anything? Parry. Some of these choices are very unfortunate. And if I put that on dodge, will it fuck everything up? I may have to fuck with that later. Okay, I'm gonna go over here to the audio, just to give an idea of what this guy is like, because he's really... I'll turn on his stuff. I'll turn him up to about 10. Actually, I'll set him to 50, where he starts. And let you see what he's like.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
So again, this disparity between, oh, things going pew-pew, and a boomstick, but then on the Apocalypse and the Toxinal Corporation and their consequences, it's like, there's a very big disparity between some of this stuff.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
Alright. This is potentially impossible.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go.
Indeed. I'm going to leave them on for a little while just so you can see some of this. Yeah, here we go. Airstrike. Perfectly countering enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars circling above their head. After hitting the enemy again, you can launch them up in the air by pressing Q.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Crap.
That's going to leave a mark. That paid off. Don't give up now. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
And I'll get right on that in just a second. I want to make sure there ain't nothing to loot. Damn, got ripped off on these guys. Seriously. Alright, here we go. Oh, good. I haven't turned off of this. So normally the narrator just reads this to you, and it's kind of annoying because here's how it goes. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavenger. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. And it just goes on and on and on like that. It's very annoying. I'm not surprised that you don't recognize me. You were just a child back then. The night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and I'm happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but evil, it had But the evil that had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Ja, you maua.
There's no doubt of that, child. And that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, or Popsy, I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be Muma and Popsy or not. I'm gonna go with that. Your Muma and Popsy was the beginning of the end.
Oloi bo bopaweg.
It's taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present. To find your way back. I'm grateful that you have.
Tika mapen.
It was after the attack that Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen on the land.
Mopu far kobi.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. I hope you at least remember the tree. Prepare for flashback! Dialogue settings. By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want it to manually advance dialogue, you can change this in the settings. And actually, I have it set so that it won't, so that I can read them out. And so that I can read them out so that it's not, and he said this and that, and then they said this, and he hopes you're doing good. I mean, really. It would have been, I think, a better call to just have some voice actors do some readings. But anyway. I mean, they've got people going, why not just get the voice actors to actually act? Anyway. Another choice I really don't agree with. Way back in the long ago. Back when I was a youngin'. Well, I want to know if you're a bit tired, as it's been quite a hike up here in the village. I wonder if your mama knows where you are. And I can say I don't think she cares, or I hope I told her. I'm going to say I hope I told her. You're such a good kid. Probably did. And you don't forget. I understand why I came all the way out here to see them, the potato people. The potato people, no. I wonder somehow they're linked with this little tree here, fueling its life, source of life. And I can say, I don't believe in magic, or, no, potato people is better. Well, you might be right. I like potatoes, they're packed with energy. An excellent source of ki. None of them prefer to hide in the glitter grass. You should get over there and ruffle it, see if you can make one come out of hiding. Hey, you found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. None of those key energies, just what the Pansai needs to complete its cycle and growing the tree alive. And I can say, what Pansai, or will it grow strong enough? I'll ask if it's strong enough. Oh, time to tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life. Oh, I'm sorry. Only time will tell. My intention is to dedicate my life to him. feeling the fate of the world is dependent on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. Only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the no-no as they come one with the tree. Whoop. Sorry, Trixie. You need a nut to catch a no-no. And he wants you to use... Oh, sorry. This is the problem with the way this is written. You need a nut to catch a no-no. I want you to use mine, but be gentle. The no-no are sensitive beings, and embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that nut like nothing I've ever seen before. I am impressed. One day I hope the tree will grow tall enough to sustain the world. Well, today I'm focused on getting this one to come one with the tree. Holy shitballs, Elvis! Now you've seen the no-no's connection with the tree with your own eyes. You have no reason to doubt. From this day on, I'll make nurturing the pensar tree into a tree of life, a life goal. But only for all our village sake. Not only for all our village sake, but all of us, everyone. I want that land won't be as peaceful. Not even Muma will be able to protect us all. You better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did a good job here today. And I can say she only cares about one foo, or I shouldn't make her worry. And of course, I'm going to say I shouldn't make her worry because I'm a goody two-shoes. Oh no, she got lots on her mind. And he's rest after the raid last night on the looping camp with her disciples was as if they let the predator family living on.
Ayamu aya.
I lost you there for a little while. But no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
Miami.
I remember every single day I devoted to growing the tree life, but now I'm afraid it might be in vain.
Yevofo lola nofo.
The tree started to die when the end of days began. It wasn't long after that the world eaters arrived. I'm saying the days or world eaters. I'm gonna go with world eaters. What the hell is that?
Bubuko von Yun.
The genetic mutation, the genetic evolution. Come on, man. A booga on some of this stuff, and then it's like the genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse, the Toxical Corporation inflicted on the land. Set the world eater's DNA into overdrive.
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merkpuff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the northwest route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoofpuff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porkypuff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Jawofo, Lollandorfo.
Yes, it is pretty. And like I said, there's good and there's bad. I really seriously question some of the tone the tonal stuff here, and all, but you know, whatever. my friends are working to gear up to stop the world eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Bubuko von Junjun.
The road ahead won't be easy, but I'm counting on your support. My friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. You need to understand that you'll die if the tree isn't saved. Anyway, we'll meet again once you've played your part in the Tribe War and situation with the World Eaters. If you're wondering, what the hell is a Tribe War going on? Yeah, kind of forgot to talk about that. That's end of the world is the choice. What's the end of the world? Tells you about the Tribe War, and the World Eaters tells you about the World Eaters. And then he acts like you had both conversations, because drugs. Basically, there's a bunch of scattered tribes, and they're all fighting against each other, and nobody agrees on anything, blah, blah, blah. Tribe War. I got me a butterfly net! Fuck yeah! Oh boy, I got a butterfly net.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
We couldn't really decide on where to put our title screen, so we kind of just layered it throughout the game. Hope you like it. Oh, and here's the opening credits. Because, reasons.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
Oh, and this is some good stuff right here.
Let's see.
Alright, so signposts. Signposts are found near locations of interest all around the world. You'll unlock signposts when interacting with it. You can fast travel the signpost you've unlocked by selecting it on the map, so you don't have to traipse back and forth across the map the whole time. To open the map at any time, press M. So, yeah, when we find a signpost to unlock it, we pee on it. If you didn't catch that. Holy three-headed shitballs, Batman. Or should I say, holy three-headed shark bear, Batman.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Indeed. Okay, so as far as peeing in the signpost goes, that actually makes a lot of sense. From the standpoint that, well, you're an animal, and how do animals mark their territory typically? They pee on something. So, you know, you're marking that as owned. But, yeah, again, odd tone for kids.
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Te veile manuja.
Millimog. Oh, stories about the terror inflicted by the world eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come crawling all the way here. Aura. Your inner balance is two halves that complete a wholeness that flows through all things. At times, you'll be able to manifest your inner balance through deeds and dialogue choices. Few are those who will always act in the same manner, and our wholeness is the sum of the choices we make and the actions we take. The balance of your actions creates your aura score, which affects the dialogue with other characters, theoretically.
Himatu Saina.
I don't think there's gonna be much left to say if this continues. Even if the Tree of Life survives the attack.
Tuuleneasu.
I don't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells me you've stayed true to your heart.
Tupau.
Psi points. Interacting with captives and Psi shrines will award you with Psi points that you can use to unlock psionic powers. Powers can only be unlocked once you have reached the required dark or light inner balance.
Wait, no puche.
Anyway, I need your help. It's by your actions you'll be judged, not your intentions. Oh, I guess I should just tell him I'm going to leave him to his fate. I'm a Republican. I mean, let me help. Thank you for that. You still seem to have the spark of light in you. I'm gonna fuck right off and never be seen again. Oh, fuck's sake. Here we go again.
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Those two have such a hey kids thing going. Some of the tone here is so... What the... That's why I'm calling this baby's first open world shooter, basically. You've gained a psi point! I know it seems shocking that you might have gained a psi point from doing something where we were just telling you about psi points, but you can use it to unlock powers in the mutations menu. Some powers are locked by the aura score, meaning that your psi points can only unlock powers of the same color as your current aura, or those without color.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
Tuloya. Uto luna.
You make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe that are too nearby.
Ato wamawa.
And the Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor.
Poto wata.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Ya yumawa.
Someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power, or to either Jagni or Myriad's side.
Mauketo tolu ayadre.
The tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expect you to pay at least one of them a visit. Play your part.
Udenu pun unyofobo.
I'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Come and see me if your quest journal burns down or something. An alliance, talk to the Jagni or Myriad Sifu. Quest tracking. Your current and started quests are shown in the journal at the top menu above. You can change which quest you track by opening the journal tab and selecting another quest. Just like everything else that works that way. The journal that we just told you about. In the journal, you can find information. Okay, anyway, fuck off. We can also open the journal by pressing J. So we've got the Tribe War, the Tree of Life, and Another World. Currently, we're tracking Another World because that's what we were set to. But we could decide, hey, fuck it, I'm going to go after the World Eaters now, which is probably a bad call. And the Tribe War, of course, the problem is we need to talk to a tribe first. So anyway, do we have any side quests? Nope. Any completed quests? Yes. Oh, sorry. Anyway, what the hell is this? Tutorials. Oh, God. Anyway.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
It will be looking around over here and seeing if there's anything I can steal. I mean, use. I mean, steal. Woohoo! Other people's possessions! Woohoo! Woo! Other people's medication. Oh, we talked about that last night. And so, we do see there is death in this game. But it's not the violent, graphic, like there's not guts and stuff hanging out everywhere. But we know that guy's toast. And that one. Looks like he's sucking his thumb. I'm gonna go... You know what? I went under the tunnel last time. I'm gonna go over the bridge.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
Okay. And with that, we've heard enough of his shit. So, you can choose how often he throws stuff in occasionally. There's some things that you can't get rid of, but I'm turning that shit off. Down here, I've turned off his narration completely for dialogues. I'm leaving the gibberish on to kind of get a tone of what the animal guys are like. Ow. Damn. Because he said, the bridge, get over it. Let me turn the gibberish down a bunch. You know, I think I'll just turn it off. I'll just make up my own shit. All right. So for the record, the guys in the dark samurai armor are the Jagni. Yeah, baby. Well, Daddy's streaming right now. Dumpster diving gets me a pew-pew. Tone. Oh, and dig this. Rarity, common, quality, Rick Rack 3. Material, rock coated 2. I don't know. So it does 70 to 90 damage type gun. It's a gun chunk. Magazine size is 16. Dumpster diving! Oh boy, I got a Spraka! It's rarity's common. Its quality is defunct 2. Material composite 1. And its damage is 6 to 11. And it's a muzzle. Oh no, I don't want to go talk to those guys. Fuck those guys. Say my martial prowess! Whatever that puffball teeth monster. Ugh. A little bit of a graphics glitch there. Anyway, what is this? How far to Vegas? I can't tell. $18X. I don't know what that means. Boy, I'm really close to the Jagny up here. I should have gone the other way. Do skunks do that? Because, you know, like, I don't know. Did he claim the bushes or just, you know, drive off a dog? Or both? I mean, I didn't know they did the full skunk puke skunk stink on something to claim it. Oh, I see.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred.
Ow! Fuck. Darn. No, well, okay. Ah, crap. I got a dainty! It's coming! Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it does health regen, okay. Dumpster diving. I got a Bonka Bob! Tone! It's common, lousy 1, and it's rot coated 2. Right. It's type crush. Does a bunch of damage. Yippee. Oh, that's better. Yep, I'm skunking you up. What the hell? Apparently I can't swim. Or get out of the water by jumping onto the land. Alright, well, time for another breathtaking piss on the signpost.
Let's see.
Are you fucking shitting me? How the hell am I supposed to get over there? Do I have to go all the way back to get there? That would be irritating. I'm starting to think I may. Fuckers. Oh boy, I can Delicious. Yeah, it's common. It does health regen stuff. Yeah, whatever.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
But first, time to take another piss. Oh yeah, that's better.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance.
We're wary of strangers. We're at war here. And I can say, I gotta go, or your Sifu, please. Take me to your leader! We already got word of an intruder, so I guess the Sifu will be very interested in meeting you.
Sibi? Lapanen agin kalman. Gerat na falo hutut. Stugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place.
And this guy's name is Heated Soot. Welcome you. I welcome you to the Myriad Fort. I am the tribe Sifu. Not that you didn't just ask for me specifically. It would be odd that they would lead you, say, to the garbage disposal man or something. Oh, sorry, I added a bunch of that. I was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on a crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. I can say Great Wall or Vigilante. I'm gonna wonder what the fuck the Great Wall is. That's the wall that separates the other side. The wasteland you came from. I'm guessing the time spent there was just a blank space in your memory. It's empty and barren as the wasteland itself. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. I can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. I haven't thought about your Muma in ages, even though she taught me a lot. I was one of her original Wong Fu disciples. were you? And there was 6 of us, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values. And when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war.
What?
What? We want unity between the tribes. Our goal is the understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. And of course, I can say, nah, fuck that shit. Or I can say, I'll join the Myriad. I'll join the Myriad, of course. So, allying with the Myriad, they want to unite all the tribes and defeat the World Eaters. It just said that. This is about the 4th time you've put this. The text is still on the screen! Sorry. Warning, sets the game end goal to save the Tree of Life. Choosing destiny for the defeated rival Sifus is limited to unite or subdue. So yeah, sure, why not? I assume subdue is like a middle road option, so if you go to the other guys, it's destroy or subdue, something like that. That's my guess. I was hoping you'd join us. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. Thank you, I know. I was waiting for something to tip the balance in our favor, and with you by our side, I'm confident you can unite the other tribes. Unite in all caps so you don't forget. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. Put her there, chum! That kid have run out of options and found themselves... Oh. No. Okay, they can't run out... Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to read ahead a little bit so I know what I'm supposed to say. They can't run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war.
He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Tell the Chihuahua to sit the fuck down and shut up. Ugh! We've both got gentle minds, so let's wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Do not be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've defeated the rival outposts, you'll challenge the Sifu to unite the tribe with yours and let your kin share the land again. You'll be bringing back... Oh, seeing you has brought back memories of the old village. I remember your kind and elfish soul. I can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are as strong And can some jobs come to life? Passing the old village on your way to the first right lamppost might help. Sure, why not? Not a very effective gate! Ha ha! Bob's been here.
Let's see.
So this is the old village. Well, maybe it's not. I thought it was. Is there something I'm supposed to have done first?
Let's see.
Alright. Really? Pass through the cave? So apparently I can't. Oh, there it goes. Man, that's flaky. I'm gonna be pissed here in a minute. Fine. Is that all the way back at the start of the game, or is it just? Fuck it. Ah, fuck me, it's all the way back at the start. No, it's not that bad, okay. Since apparently I have to go through this cave before it will let me do anything else in the main quest line. Because, you know,
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
happy now? Holy shit balls.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
To loot? Hey, I got me a 2 trigger. It's common and lousy 1, and it's composite 1. Or a shotgun stock. You could just call it a shotgun stock. Come on, guys. Really? We have to be this lame all the time. No, come on. I think there's more stuff in here than that. There we go. Boom, baby. Oh boy, I have a pipe sharpener. Or a blade. Just a blade. Oh, it's a pipe sharper. It's common, lousy one, and rock-coated. Yay. And a small health pack. Wait, I don't know if I can trust that. It didn't come out of a toilet. That bodes ill for its effectiveness. It's got to get those toilet packs. Otherwise, what's the point even? Maybe I am done. Maybe I is done founded everything to find it. Well, I'm just really unlucky I didn't find as much stuff as I hoped. I thought I did pass the damn cave. Okay, fine. I need to buy me powers that reloads faster. Shit. I like me my machine gun, but damn. Got me a taper junk or a shoulder pad. Oh, there you go. That's an idea. Yeah, you'd think that something looking like that would give you a speed boost. But ding ding. But anyway. No wonder it was in the toilet the first time.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
Yeah, so, because they made me go back and walk through the fucking tunnel for no explainable reason, we had to walk here again.
Let's see.
But, yeah, we should have been able to just come here and... But,
as time
bad
passes,
quest flags.
memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
I'm going to the saloon. Oh, they don't let minors in the saloon. Damn it!
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes.
Hello, I'm an otter duck. What do you think about this? Where have you been? Where have you been, lad? I was hoping you'd been out by the lake practicing your swimming technique. And I can say, been on my own. Swimming? I'm into Wung Fu. Or, I'd sure like to. I'm just going to tell him I'm into Wung Fu. I'm not into drowning. Oh, everybody understands Wung Fu is hard, lad. Why? I think I've lost the tone of the character already. But why Muma only has 6 disciples? Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. I think you should know more. You should really know how to swim by now. And I can say, why? Teach me as in now? Which I don't get the... Anyway. Or I'd be grateful. I'm going to ask why. Knowing how to swim won't solve life's hard problems, but at least one of them won't be drowning. You bastard! Swimming. You can swim in most waters, while in very deep water you slowly lose ki energy, and when you're out of ki, you'll drown. You bastard! Oh, I had a feeling that you're going to drown. I had a feeling that you're going to drown. Sorry, I'm having to read weird stuff again. Oh, that feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder of the need to learn how to swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Bastard.
Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something.
You promised that you'd train with me before the sun went down. It's time to go. And I can say Wung Fu is easy, I've been looking forward to it, or I lost track of time. I'm going to say I've been looking forward to it because Goop threw me in the fucking river. I didn't want to go lose track of time. He lost it for me. The dedication to training is important. You really can't rely on... Hi, how's it going? You can't rely solely on the fact that Wung Fu is in your blood. You should know. Practice makes perfect. I'll see you at the village square. And I can say, things to do. Or I'll see you there soon, or I love training with you. I'm going to say I love training with her. She's my Muma, after all. That's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind.
Hi there, I was hoping you'd help me pick up some scrap for a thingamajig I'm working on. I can say, if you pick it up, I don't have to. I don't mind picking up trash, or it's our duty. Sure, it's our duty. We need to clean up the world. Huh, you're truly killing of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. Shouldn't take you too long to find some. It's weird that we know the word recyclable, but then we call things a dinga-dinga-dong gangs. Weird, huh? I found some crap. More crap. And absolutely more crap. What usefulness did you find? I can say you're the expert, I'm not sure, or something old to make something new. Something old to make something new. Alright, every little thing counts. I can work wonders with almost anything. Do you know how to upcycle? And I can say, I doubt what I found is useful. I'm ready to get my hands dirty. Or the things you make are great. I'm ready to get my hands dirty. Oh, there's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. I'd love to teach you how to upcycle the scrap you found and be a good start. Crafting intro. Welcome to crafting. Like, we didn't already know this. Here you can modify existing weapons and armors, or if you're feeling creative, create entirely new weapons from scratch. With the right pieces, you can craft your own weapons. Thanks. The previous dialogue didn't make that clear. Crafting base. To start crafting a weapon, first select the base. This defines what kind of weapon you will craft. There are 3 kinds of melee weapons: crush, one-handed slash, and two-handed slash. Son of a bitch. I guess I'm stuck with this since it didn't advance the dialogue. Oh, and I can't go back because fuck you, that's why. Shitbirds. So I'm looking at the damage stats over there at the right hand side, trying to figure out what to build. Because they're not actually sorted in any kind of sensible order. Fuck you. Well, you done well, but I like to craft a weapon. And I can say it's what I know to make. I know how to make. I wanted something cutting edge, which doesn't even fit, so I made a hammer. Or I made something from Uma. I'm going to say I made something from Uma. Alright. Being considered, I'll help you feel at peace with yourself. Now I'm looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. Seems like you got a talent for this.
It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
It's not my fault.
Andro?
You know, I don't like waiting for you. I want to see you in the village square right away. Now I can say, I can't be there if I'm here. Har har. What's on the schedule today? Or I'm sorry I was late. I was helping Gizmo. I'm going to say I was helping Gizmo. Well, then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. I want you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before I'm gone. And I can say I'm not just there yet, gone, or I'll try harder. I'm going to say I'll try harder. That's all I've ever asked of you. That you try and give it your best. You can't do more than that. You've always followed your own path, but this time I need you to follow me.
They look determined. Better watch out.
Hey! You need to stop right there! Where do you think you're going? And I can say, are you scared of me? I'm running late for training, or I don't want any trouble. I'm going to tell him I'm running late for training. And it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way I'll let you pass. I don't know, what were you thinking? Who do you think you are? So I can say I'd rather be a nobody than you. No one needs to get hurt. Or why are you pushing others down? Why are you pushing others down? They push each other to become better. And sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way. Are you hurt? What happened? And I can say, they're envious because I have you, they're insecure, or we should invite them to train. I think they're insecure. If confidence is silent and insincerity is loud, I think you're absolutely right. Or insecurity is loud. I'm sorry. If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, I think you're absolutely right. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Hey, could you help me? Just before you leave for training. And I can say, make it quick if you tell Muma, or family comes first. I guess I'll say family comes first.
Mustakabala nukun tunas.
Oh, I wish I wish that was true for Yamuma too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching one food to her disciples seems more important for every day. You should get going and find me some gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. Yay, I found a piece of cloth. Yay, I found a bag of cloth.
God.
Oh God, I found a dirty diaper. I'm curious to see what you found. I can say, it's our home, your stuff. I'm not sure, or something familiar to renew. Well, being the ass kisser that I am, I'm going to say something familiar to renew.
Ki.
Well, I'm all for renewal. And I've even considered making a trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh my DNA.
Inmo.
Well, it's about time you learn how, and I'll teach you, starting with the scrap you found. Gear crafting. When looting, you'll find add-ons. These can be crafted into an item to increase stats of the item, to upgrade armor, and clothing items. Select the slot and then press F. Okay. All armor. Oh, I see. It's hand armor. Okay. Various stats for protection from elements. Okay. Well, let's take that. Oh, no, it is armor. Alright.
Son.
That might be a little edgy for my taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Leich.
Just take it with you and wear it to practice.
Zif.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. Seems you have a talent for this. And that we keep telling you that because, well, you know, no one else in the universe can do anything except for you. Oh, sorry. I might have added that last part. Well, it's about time you got here. I can say better late than never, I'm here now and ready to go, or I'm easily distracted and I'll work on that. I'm going to say I'm here now and ready to go. Well, I hope you're as ready as you claim to be. I'm eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down. And everybody knows you can't train by starlight. Oh, wait. Sorry.
Turi kumbala mua.
You did well today. I'm proud of you. And I can say, why are you proud? I did all the work. I'll try harder next time, or thank you, Muma. I'm going to say thank you.
Kanaruta.
Thank you for being such a good student.
Turi kumbala mua.
I've been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Anson bara.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You deserve it.
Catchy.
Kialduma le kanarutun.
I've never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. And again, apparatus.
Bolakamunum rutna.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Amun.
It's called an automaton. Again, Tone! And it's hardwired to your DNA. Tone! It'll follow you wherever you go and see whatever you see. And I can say, what? I'll be under surveillance? Damn surveillance state! Or, will it record what happens to me? Or, well, that's good if anything bad happens. I'll say that's good if anything bad happens. Yeah, it's good if anything bad happens.
Amun.
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Vaiseno kasaman varut.
You look tired. And no wonder. It's been a long day. And I can say, I don't want it to end yet. True, it's getting late. Or, but what a day it's been. Sure, what a day it's been.
Kanamunta.
I'm so happy that you made the most of it.
Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
Thanks, Muma. I mean, narrator asshole.
Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Kensi. Kanonu.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames.
Oh, I must only be able to press one Alt key
Give it
as
a
well.
last burst and you'll make it.
Fuckers.
Anson bara.
This is it. The time has come. I must fight Lupa Lupin. This time, there's no escape. I can hear it coming.
Saboteur.
Whatever happens, you need to know. I love you. And everything I've done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those I've chosen to lead.
Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Fuck me.
Go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water.
Blub, 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 blub.
You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
Now Mom's teaching how to drown.
If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about.
Ow!
What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory.
What, drowned?
As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
I don't remember Mom drowning. I still don't remember Mom drowning in the pool. When did Mom drown in the pool? Oh, she drowned you. I don't remember that, but I'm not saying it didn't happen. A lot of childhood memories are fuzzy. That doesn't stand out. Was I there for that? Probably. Let's see.
That's more like it.
Power up my luck a little bit. Oh, I've got 2 points available. Yeah, I don't remember anything about it, but again, that doesn't mean anything. My pool memories revolve around being old enough that I was tired of the pool and didn't want to swim when all my friends wanted to swim, and smashing my teeth on the sauna. So buff up some intellect, or maybe some more vitality. And let's get some more vitality
Rough
as
and
well.
tumble.
Okay. Alright, what do I have for perks here? Stimulus. Your armor and damage from melee attack is now increased by 20%. When your health drops below... Oh, Jesus, my health is way down. Cool, goody! Your attack speed with melee weapons is increased when your health drops. Fuck that! Are there any good ones on here? Shotgun hits have a 5% chance to stun a small enemy per hit inflicted, and brutality. Let's see. Critical damage from ranged attacks is increased by 10%. Fuck that. Alright. Well, that one wasn't bad, but, you know. Increase my luck. I can be charming. My biological mounts can be 5% faster. I haven't seen any. Key energy can replenish, or a successful special attack can replenish some of my key energy. Plating add-ons to clothes and equipment have their armor value increased by 25%. That's not bad. Clip tech. Ranged weapons can fire 25% more shots before needing reloading. Wung Fu Wonder. Unarmed attacks inflict 20% more damage to the target. And after that, there's stuff that... Oh, now that's what I want to get. At level 7, I can reduce the reload time. That's good. But for now, let's get some more ammo in the clip. And let's have a look at Wung Fu. Wait, if I can't afford any of that, why am I looking at that? Mutations, that's what I need to look at. Alright, so I can upgrade resistances, psi powers, which apparently need to be communes. Which is set some motherfuckers on fire, or zoom around. The problem with these is to trigger them, you have to press the mouse wheel and then another thing. I've tried Bio, and it's a pain in the ass because you have to like be right on a motherfucker to get it to work. Kind of sucks. I haven't tried Mothmouth. I think I'll do that. I think I'll take Mothmouth because it makes your enemies fight each other. So to use Mothmouth, press the input, you have bound the ability to while facing an enemy. This will infect any small humanoid enemy hit. While infected, enemies will attack their allies instead of you. And so, how do I bind that? You know what? We will do... I have 4 things I can do off of the mouse wheel. So, Mothmouth is now bound to the left or the right mouse button. So, that'll work. That's easy to reach. Okay. Still got a bio point left. Nothing I can spend it on, I don't think. I could upgrade a resistance. Radiation, cold heat, or biohazard. Give me some biohazard. Alright. We already upgraded that stuff, yep, alright. Oh, wait a minute. No. Psi powers. So I do have psi points. To use blink, press down the input you have bound to the ability. It will teleport you in the direction you are moving and create a shockwave where you reappear. So we can see what that looks like. And then of course Blaze is hold down, and Blaze will launch you forward and leave a trail of fire behind you. I feel like that would be a lot harder to actually target with, so I think I'm going to go with the blink. And, I will put that on the space key. Back and back and back. Oh, actually. We want to craft. Oh, actually, I might not be able to craft that. Oh, nothing there. Is there anything there? No. Okay. So I can put the taper junk on there. Theoretically. No, it looks like I need a block of wood to do that, and I don't have it.
Not enough resources for that yet.
Yes. Looks like we're done. Interesting. Okay, I guess we can't do anything with that then. Okay, what the hell am I supposed to see in here? Okay, you know what? Fuck you. That's enough. That's more than enough. Had enough of that crap. Alright.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
got smashed. Oh! We received news that Ronan had strengthened the ranks, and we were looking forward to meeting you. A group of Myriad Crusaders already went ahead out to the Jagny's Murkdorpus outpost. Murkdorpus. And they're waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them bust the outpost. Crusaders? Is it far from here? Are we strong enough? And I will say, is it far from here? Nah, bro, it's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on. Sorry, I just felt like changing him up. Fair enough. I mean, I miss a lot of things even now. I am fucking oblivious. Because I hear about shit that happened when I was around that I never saw, and I'm like, fuck. So, yeah, I could easily have completely missed it just by being the oblivious dolt that I am sometimes.
Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning.
Large energy pack! Okay, I guess it's just a box of pills? I don't know. I thought I saw something over here. Oh, cool. Some monkey. Can I do that off the animal? Oh, neat. I can grab the wall when I land and jump off the wall. I realize that makes me somewhat easily amused, but hey.
Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch to survive. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Old World Clunk Fist. Rarity, very common, so yeah. Clunk Fist. You found the for fuck's sake. You found the Clunk Fist. As if we haven't told you that enough times. This powerful tool can be used to punch through walls. It can even be used as a weapon. It can be equipped from the gear menu. New weapon skills. You found a new weapon. You can now unlock special attacks for this weapon. For this weapon type. Go to the Wung Fu menu, press tab. Yeah, equip that shit. That'll be a good melee weapon, I think. You're on your way to performing a special attack, but we interrupted you to make sure that you fuck it up. Possible special attacks are prompted in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Oh, I see. Pressing the indicated input while it is shown will trigger your special attack. Special attacks. Hitting an enemy with a special attack fills up one of the Super Wung Fu icons to the left of your character. I don't see any. When all the icons are filled, you can activate Super Wung Fu state. You need to use a different special attack to fill up the next icon. Oh, thank you. Well, since I don't see any, I guess I didn't fill one out. I don't know. Who fucking knows? Or cares, really. Oh, ran out of energy. To use the Clonk Fist smash through the wall, you have to have it equipped. Then, hold and release the right mouse button. Smashing! Sorry. To switch weapons, either use the quick select menu or go to the gear menu and select hand slots using number 3. So I can switch back to my clinch knife or keep this guy. I think I'll keep this guy out. It's probably a little more good in melee.
Tunnels like this
knife.
still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it. Somebody ate beans in here. Damn it! Fuck me. Got my ass beat. Why is there a beanie in a vending machine? So we can see. Oh, actually, I've got. Oh no, that's that thing I've got on now. This gives me key energy, and this just sucks. Time to wear my pup beanie. Oh yeah, elegance. Woo! I look like a badass now. I gotta find me a hat that lets my ears hang out. This sucks. Oh boy. I know, it's part of the tone of the game, honestly. There's a lot of cutesy stuff, which is neat. But then there's a lot of weird atonal stuff that doesn't fit. The game is really, and sadly, all over the place. I mean, would I let a kid play this game? Sure. But then, I don't know that would matter. Found a mace head. Oh, world knowledge.
That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants.
You're getting close to one of the old Toxinol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxinol Corporation made this place, then just threw it away when they were done with it. And I can say, they throw away whole cities? Or seems like a huge waste? Just say it seems like a big waste. Toxinol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. Hey baby, how you doing? There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. Area objectives. Open the map to see the area objectives again. Fine. Area objective. Find superb loot. There is only one. Find old world gadget. There are 3. Okay. Well, I'm all in favor of looting shit, so let's get to looting. Alright, baby.
Nothing.
Suck! Nothing worse than finding nothing. You found the track. I'm amazed it isn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track made it somehow. Me. Why leave? Or was this ever nice? Why leave? When Toxinol abandoned the place, it fell apart fast. Not too many living things living. Not too many like living in a ruined hole like this. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too. Yeah, let me get right on that. No, I promise I'm just about to move on. I got an embiggener. Or an embiggener. Embiggener. I don't know. Let's see. It is a magazine. Oh, and it's really great. It holds 3 rounds. The hell is this thing supposed to be for? Maybe it's really high damage ammo. I don't know. Alright, well, we'll take it. Oh, and I found some more cocaine. I mean, another health pack. You think? I mean, they're already using, like, cocaine for health packs.
Would you look at that? A fry sparker from the back in time. Hardware that fix-cooked provisions. Try it out. See if it still works.
Tone!
Looks like the fry sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working.
Okay, Trixie. Stab it.
It's a fry sparker mindset. Boom, you got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away.
It's a clincher, aka a handle. Come on now. Corrugated pad. That's a piece of shoulder armor. Alright, I got an old world gadget. Long cutter. Got an add-on for something. Oh, it's some sort of armor add-on piece that we can build with.
You missed nothing.
Bugger. Tanuki! That actually makes sense as a name. Sort of. Actually, aren't Tanuki supposed to be raccoons? I don't know, that's fine. I mean, at least it's a real word that means something, and it's a Tanuki mask. Head armor. Super high energy regen. Oh, and a flat iron. I can't tell if it's a handle or a blade. Looks like a blade. Did I go over here? Yep. I do like the way the characters move in this. They feel like little animals running around. That's why I do zigzagging sometimes. It just feels fun. Okay. Keep on looking around. Nope. I found pants. Okay. Got energy regen on it. And yeah, they're pants. Oh. I didn't get in there anyway. Unless I can break a window. Can I break windows? No. No smashing the windows. I have a mini club. Or broken hockey stick, maybe? It's a handle. Aha. Clip, cut, one-handed slash. An actual health pack. Like, wow. Really? That's actually quite sensible of the game to name it a health pack and not, like a Healy Do Mohiki, because that seems to be the standard. Striped shirt, bomber jacket. Okay. That again, sensible. So many weird tones to this game. A bonnet beanie. Oh boy. I can look dorkier. Awesome! Alright, I gotta put some of this stuff on. Must be a closed up window. Well, I don't know if I want to give up my ammo belt that does nothing for a top that actually does something. No, I want to equip that one. Thank you. Wait. Oh, no, okay. Squirrely. Let's see. Do I want to give up some just pants and get some pants? Okay, I actually like these names. These are silly. I've upgraded myself to some pants. Yeah! Let's see. Oh, no items for my back. Not high enough level to put on the shoulder pad. Nothing for my face. Oh, good lord, it gets cuter. Oh, wow, okay, I thought that was a mace head. It's actually head armor. And it boosts health. Wait, what? Okay, hang on. It's got a little less armor on it, though. It's got a bunch of energy regen and high energy and health. And that's the headband. I think I'm going for that metal head. That's actually pretty good. Although now I can't see my head at all. No. Can I be crafting? Let's see. So I can't put on a tapered chunk. Looks like it's going right to my crotch. Okay. I can make an angle scrap. And seeing where they seem to want to put it. Let's put that on there. No. Oh, I see. It's on my back. Oh, hey, look. Now I have a handle. Awesome! I'm wearing a colander on my head and I have a handle. Excellent. Of course, you can't see it with the fist back there. All right. Yes, very much. It's just got such an all over the place tone. It's gotta. I agree. It's gotta be. There were people thinking, okay, we're gonna do a kiddie game, and then people just making a game, and nobody got together until it was far too late, and they just went, fuck it, ship it. Oh boy, I have a pencil add-on. And a Mongol hat. Which actually makes sense because it's a Mongol hat. Let's see. And, well, apparently it's got good armor, but it sucks at everything else. But it does have some critical chance to it. Oh, yes, I forgot to piss on the pole. For children!
Let's see.
Hey, kids, don't forget to mark your territory. Ah, feels good. And then we have the Waddy Top, which we're back to goofy names again. No, it's just a piece of tree. I thought that might be a crack that I could smash open, but no. Nope. Man, there's 2 more tech items in this town? How the fuck do I get to them? A shirt that's ribbed for her pleasure. Does have good armor. Kind of looks cool. Do I want to give up my styling bomber jacket? That's the question. I wonder if I can get up there. Looks like there's possibly stuff up top, but I don't know how to get there. Or I just suck so much I can't get there. Apparently only get 1 wall grab per jump. Did I hit this place up already? I am, ain't I? Aha! We got more nails! Alright.
A flush stool from the back in time. It's an apparatus that sink-sunks yellow juice and brown bobs. Let's try out the brush away. See if you can off-chase some drip droppings.
I think I just lost 5 IQ points. Just from listening to that.
Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away.
Oh boy! I found a cowboy hat sitting in a toilet full of shit. Oh yes! Oh, I'm gonna look so good in a shit hat! Sorry. Man, that was great! What a find! Toilet hat! Let's see. How does my toilet hat... Oh, I can't wear the toilet hat? No, I don't like it anyway. Wait, I thought I couldn't wear the toilet hat. Hold up. Oh, it stuck the waddy top on me. That's what that is. I can't see the toilet hat because I can't wear it. Alright. Sticking with my metal beanie. Man, that's a tough call. You know, the bomber jacket and shirt looks good, but I like the look of the ribbed shirt too. And it's got some good armor. I think I'm gonna go with the ribbed shirt because it's got armor on it. I think there's anything new there. Wait, what? No, still just the pants. I got pants. What? Wait. Okay. So can I build anything with that? Huh. His appearance is automaton. You think? Take the handle off. Yeah, stick it in the handle on there. Sounds good. Let's take a look at the blade. One of those doing boosting the damage some. And making it more armor piercing. Can stick a pencil on it. Which is even more badass than the nails, apparently. Or I can put screws on there, which are the most badass. Sure, why not?
You need more scrap to make that work.
Oh, I see. Yes, discard changes, for fuck's sake. Okay. Need more scrap. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hide the headgear so I don't look like a bowling ball head. We have leveled up. Let's see. I think I'll put another point
That
in
ain't
luck.
bad.
And let's see, we got bio points. Nope. Let's see, the Rigby. That could be the name of that piece. I don't know. Same health as what I've got on now. Lower key energy and energy regen, but it's 14 armor. Ah. Smashing the place up. Whoa! I gotta remember to use those when we fight big boss guys. Hey, another toilet. Toilet loot! Slim Eye Mask. It's got decent armor and energy regen, but it's lower health. Wait, did I take that or drop that? I can't tell. I must have took it. Wait a minute. One here? I don't remember this. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. That's the path out of town. I'm about ready to move on. Damn. Oh, shitballs. Nothing. Yeah, okay, well, I think we're done. At least for the time being. Cool, yes. Useful? I don't know about that. Alright. I am going to go get myself some dinner and get to bed. I've got work tomorrow. I will not. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. I've got people coming over tomorrow. I will possibly be back on Friday, and we will continue with Biomutant and see where we get to. Hope you guys had a good stream. I'll see you next time.